The Selfish Path to Romance. Download Chapter 1 for free at drkenner.com and at amazon.com.
Nia, you have a question about selfishness. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, tell me what your question is.
Okay. Just the language going back and forth between talking to the person, talking at the person, saying you versus the I, how I feel. I've gone back and forth with those two types of languages.
Okay, so you're aware of the difference between you language. You make me angry. You infuriate me. You're an idiot. You're stupid. Instead, you can say, I feel hurt. I feel angry. I'm frustrated. And if you say I, what does that mean about you?
It's about yourself. Ego comes in the way.
Yeah. Oh, it gets in the way?
Well, ego is not it's not a positive thing, is it? Ego gets in the way of you bonding with someone and communicating, right?
Okay, well, picture two people together. Let's picture you and me together, and I don't want my ego to get in the way, and we're trying to figure out a place to eat, and you don't want your ego to get in the way. So I say, Nia, where would you like to go to eat?
Yeah.
And what would you say? Remember, your goal is to be selfless, no self. What would you say to me?
I would ask you the question.
Go ahead.
I would say, well, where would you like to go?
You know, I really don't care. All I want to do is make you happy, Nia. So where would you like to go?
Okay, and then I would answer. I would say I would like to go, I don't know, to a restaurant.
So you're going to mess up. You're going to be selfish, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what if you continued to be selfless, what would our conversations sound like? Oh, listen, wherever you would like to go, honey, where would you like to go, Nia? And you would say to me, wherever you want to go, Ellen.
Right, it would go back and forth and we wouldn't go anywhere.
We wouldn't go anywhere. So you can see the ridiculousness of selflessness. If there is no self-expression, then there's no you. That means that, and multiply that in every area of my life. What movies do you like, Nia? Oh, I don't care. Whatever you like, Ellen. What books do you want to read? What food do you like? What do you would like to do for a hobby? Whatever you like, Ellen. Well, I don't like anything because I want to please you. Can you see how foolish that is?
Yeah.
Think of it applied to sex, to romance. Honey, what makes you feel good? Oh, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. What makes you feel good? Oh, I can't tell you what makes me feel good. I need to be selfless. I don't want to have an ego. I don't want to have a self. And it's an impossible, and I'm going to put the next word in quotes, moral code. We have been taught that the ego is bad, that it is bad to express yourself. Would you want to be married to a man who has no opinion, who has no values, who never expresses himself, who only wants to reflect your values?
No.
Why?
No.
Hey, I got to interrupt this because we've got to pay some bills. 30 seconds, that's it. A very quick ad, and then Ellen will be back.
Romance. Ugh. I wish guys knew more about what we want from a relationship. Boy, I wish I knew more about what I want. Where's that ad I saw? Here it is. The Selfish Path to Romance. A serious romance guidebook. Download Chapter 1 for free at selfishromance.com and buy it at amazon.com. The Selfish Path to Romance. That is interesting.
Would you want to be married to a man who has no opinion, who has no values, who never expresses himself, who only wants to reflect your values?
No.
Why?
No. Well, because that's not, I mean, because then you'll just be alone, pretty much. And
wonderful way to phrase it. You would be alone, and it would just be, it would be worse than being alone because you would have the potential of an exciting, self-valuing partner who has self-esteem and self-respect and listen to all these selves and self-confidence and who values his health, his body, his mind, and you would be with someone who is through and through self-valuing. And that's supposed and we're taught that that's bad. What is wrong with this picture?
I don't see it. There's no meaning. There's no value in the relationship. There's no connection.
Yeah. There's no you and there's no him. And
Right.
so let me give you. There are three things you need to separate out. There is such a thing as a person who's a doormat, a selfless person. Whatever you want, honey. Oh, no, that's okay. No, of course I'm happy. No, the person's not happy, but they're afraid. They think it's moral to give up themselves, to be the martyr.
Mm-hmm.
And then, fast forward many decades, and that same person is saying, I did for my kids, I did for my husband, I did for my parents, and I'm so sick of doing for people. I'm so angry, now I'm going to live for myself. And listen to the anger in the voice, right? There's so much resentment. They can't live for themselves anymore. They don't know how to. And so instead, they lash out. So there are two views. One is the selfless doormat, and the other view, which is normally presented as the alternative to the doormat, is the person who doesn't give a damn about anybody else. It's my way or the highway. You do what I say. This is, you think of a very authoritarian father or mother. You're going to do what I said. You shut your mouth. You listen to what I say. We're going to this restaurant. I don't want to hear from you. Kids should be seen but not heard. That view. And those people exist, but they're not self-valuing. They are not valuing their own minds. They are not selfish. They are self-destructive. Nobody wants to be around them. They're cold. They're insensitive. You were saying that. I know that was one of the questions that you shared with the screener. But that's not the same as being self-respecting. If you value yourself, you both are honest. I can say to my husband, where do you want to go to dinner? I'd like to go to an Italian restaurant. And I would say to him, I don't eat garlic and peppers. Do you mind if we go to a Chinese? And he would say, well, let's go to a Chinese this time. Then maybe we could go to an Italian another time, and you could get those meals without garlic and pepper. Listen, I know we're at the end of time. I would recommend the book, The Virtue of Selfishness by Ayn Rand, and she talks about that third view.
The Virtue of Selfishness?
Right, by Ayn Rand, AYNRAND.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for the call, Nia.
You're welcome. Take care.
For more Dr. Kenner podcast, go to drkenner.com and please listen to this ad. Here's an excerpt from The Selfish Path to Romance by Drs. Kenner and Locke.
To discover if your intimacy technique is working, good questions for both partners to privately ask themselves after an intimate encounter are, was this enjoyable for me? Did we share feelings of intimacy? If the answers are no, it is important to understand what aspects can be improved and how to improve them. For many women, intimacy feels like a chore when they don't achieve satisfaction. Why is this pattern so common? Many women feel self-doubt, guilt, frustration, and annoyance, wondering why their partners don't pay attention to their needs and why they themselves are too embarrassed to explain what helps them achieve satisfaction. Sometimes they may not know. When intimacy feels like a duty, resentment escalates, and the result is often a frustrating partnership.
Download Chapter 1 for free at drkenner.com and at amazon.com.